All right. Hi, everyone. So my name is Amanda. I am the Director of Tech in our Rutherford office. I don't believe I have had the pleasure of meeting you all, so I want to say hi and welcome. If you have any questions throughout this class, please feel free to pop it in the chat, and we can definitely do a little bit of Q&A once I am done reviewing everything as well. So what we're going to do today is just focus on designs, and I want to make sure everyone is super comfortable using the designs feature within Command. So first thing that I always like to point out, and this is really helpful when you are dealing with designs, is to make sure that your marketing profile is up to date. So once you're logged into your Command dashboard, you can click on your name on that top right corner and go to Settings. From here, you'll go to Connect Settings on the left and then select Marketing Profile. So the beauty of the marketing profile is that it's going to help you to create all of your marketing content materials easier and faster, because the system will use all of your information from your profile and plug it in to your email templates, to your designs that you're making for open house flyers or just sold flyers, different things like that. So this is essentially going to be a place where you want to make sure all of your contact information is up to date. You can upload your headshot as well as a team logo. If you're not on a team, just feel free to upload your Market Center's logo here. That's a great workaround so you don't have a little broken picture image on any of your materials. And then comb through to make sure that all of your information is here, your name is spelled correctly, you have your bio filled out. Definitely a great opportunity to make sure that anyone who may be looking at your website, for example, knows a little bit more about you. How long have you been in the real estate world? What are your specialties? What do you like to do for fun? Share some personal insights, anything that'll help make a client feel more connected to you. All of your information for your Market Center should be filled out already. You may need to plug in your Market Center number. And then, of course, at the bottom, you can plug in all the links for your social media profiles here. So always come back to the marketing profile from time to time. Make sure that this is clicked on to the green button, so that way the system will use your information to brand your agent's site. Now, from here, we're going to go into the Designs applet. That is going to be third from the bottom. It's the applet with the little paintbrush. And when we click on it, it's going to bring us to all of our templates. So anything that we've already created or have already begun to work on is going to show up on our templates page. The Command dashboard narrows down the templates into different sections. So you're able to see all of your email templates, anything for social media posts, your printed materials, as well as videos. And we'll get to that in just a minute. But what's really nice is that you can also search within your templates as well. So if I wanted to search for everything with the word recognition, I spelled that incorrectly. There we go. So anything that I've created that has the word recognition saved somewhere in that title is going to show up here. So as you begin to create more and more templates, you'll be able to more easily find all of these different templates that you have, that you've personalized, that you can come in and swap out some information. You will need to go from area to area to see any of your search results. But just to see all of your templates, you can come right here. It will only show you 15 at a time. So you can just click on that arrow button and that will bring you to any additional templates that you have. Now, before I go into showing you how to really customize your print or your social media templates, I do want to show you this really cool feature that will create a video for you, spotlighting a particular area. So as we see here, I've already created two. And in order to create this video, I click on this plus sign, and then to create a design, I'm going to select video and click next. What this allows you to do is create a video based on a particular neighborhood. If you're not familiar with the neighborhoods, it's Keller Williams' way of dividing up the different areas to make them a little bit more hyper-local to where your client may be looking to move. For example, I live in the town of Hawthorne. I cannot type in Hawthorne, New Jersey. I cannot type in my zip code here. It's not going to show up. I know that I need to type in a neighborhood. And from working in the system for many, many months, I know that my particular neighborhood is called Lincoln to Lafayette. So once I type that in, I now see that I have this for Hawthorne, New Jersey. So I select that, I see that check mark pop up, and I'm going to click on the next button. Here is where I can change any of this information. So if you don't want your video to actually say Lincoln to Lafayette or whatever the name of your neighborhood is, that's no problem. Just come in here and you can write the town name or greater area of, whatever you see fit, feel free. You can also come in and make sure all of this information is correct. So it gives you the average home price, number of homes for sale, average days on the market, etc. But if you wanted to tweak this in any way, you do have the ability to make any of those edits. If you've looked in, one of the MLS systems, for example, and you're seeing some different numbers, you can go ahead and change any of this. Average home prices, maybe they're not on the rise, maybe they're holding steady, but maybe the average price per square foot is on the rise. Whatever the case may be, you're free to customize it. It's also going to auto-populate 3 neighborhood features for you. Now, we do see that there's a lot of different neighborhood features that you can utilize. So if you want to steer away from certain ones or add particular ones, you can always just click right in this box and take a scroll and see everything that's available. So for example, maybe it's a friendly community. I can also try to type in a feature as well, and if it pops up, we know it's there, but we're not able to create our own, unfortunately. Luckily, there are a lot that we can choose from, so there we go. I'll select nature. Once that looks good, we can head over to the agent information, and here's where all of that information from our marketing profile comes in handy. My agent photo is uploaded for me, my name, my title, my email. I just have to plug in my phone number. There we go. Finally, we just want to make sure all of our market center information is correct. So again, that license number and your broker of the office, the market center number, is going to be uploaded for you as well. Once all of this looks good, we simply click on next. It just takes a few seconds for the system to generate this video. And as soon as it does, and as soon as this video is generated, you're going to have a really beautiful, easily shareable piece of content that's going to promote a particular neighborhood or a particular town that you want to highlight. So I can give you a little sneak peek as to what this video looks like. So this is the day that the data was pulled, which is today. Any of those numbers that we wanted to change or that are automatically populated for us. It's really cute. It's animated, it's fun, and it's not too long. Here's where those features pop into play. The gist of the video, but you'll see this is also a great tool for you to utilize to promote your KW app. So when you have clients who are looking for their homes, you really want them to be using that app, and this is a great promotional piece that you can post on your social channels and encourage people to download the app and add you as their agent. If all of that looks good, we can click save. If you wanted to tweak anything, you can go back and edit that information, but I can go ahead and save. Let me refresh here, under videos, and here we go. So even though I have 2 for the town of Hawthorne, I know that this is going to be more relevant information because it was created at a later date. And then of course here you can click on these 3 dots to use in a campaign. You can actually share it on your social channels directly through command, or of course download it and then post it manually to any of the other platforms such as Facebook or Instagram, or put it in an email, anything that you'd like. Now, the other templates are going to take you away from this main page, but they're going to be really easy and very simple to personalize and make your own. We'll start with email templates. Again, I'm going to start by clicking that blue plus button on the bottom right screen, and this time I'm going to select email. and I'll click on next. Now this will show us a lot of different designs that are templates that are provided to us by Keller Williams Realty International, as well as templates that you have already started working on. Now, the only thing to kind of get used to is that you can't see a preview of what the templates are. I know it can be a little bit frustrating, but once you become a little bit more familiar with what these different designs look at, such as classic, modern, there's luxury, I think there's one called approachable. So once you get a feel for what all of these different templates designs are like, you're then able to select the topic based on those designs. So let's say hypothetically it's the new year and I really like the classic template. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and then click on next. It's now going to bring us into our email template area where we can tweak anything and everything. So of course, right up at the top, this is where we can change the name of our template. So if I want to write 2021, Happy New Year, email, I can save it and I know that this is the template for this particular year. Now, as we comb through, we see a lot of things are missing or they almost look like broken links, and that's no problem at all. What this does is this actually takes that information from your marketing profile and populates it for you automatically. So just as an example, if we wanted to see what this email would look like without changing anything, we're able to see in this preview mode what everything looks like once it's populated. And this goes a bit further. Anywhere within the system where you see a word or a bunch of words in between the asterisks and the lines, this is what the command system calls a merge field. So you can add these different merge fields in, and the system will automatically populate whatever it is that is being requested. So whether it's a contact's name, your phone number, anything along those lines, there's a lot of different merge fields that you can utilize. When we're previewing the templates, we can use a particular person's information and have it populate so you can see exactly what it would look like when it would be sent to that person. Now, you also want to keep in mind that if you have someone saved under a different name, such as their home address, it's going to show up as Dear 42 Maine. Does that make sense? Where if you don't have their name saved as their name, it's not going to show up. So just keep that in mind when you are designing these templates. This is something that you can remove if you don't want to have anything filled in, if you're not quite sure if everyone receiving this email is going to have the information in their contact appropriately filled out. But as we come down, we can see that all of my information is taken from my marketing profile here, as well as on the bottom. So all of that would be good to go. Now, if I exit this preview and I want to look at the actual content of the email, I do have the ability to change this. I just simply click in and then click on this edit button. And here's where I can tweak any of my messaging. So there is a spot here that gives you all of the different merge fields that are available. So for example, if you wanted to, in addition to your agent first name or your first name, include your phone number, just hit that enter button. And then I'm going to pop in for a mobile phone. So now in the body of my email, it will say my name as well as my phone number. You're of course welcome to change any of the information here, whether you want it to be more in line with your specific tone, more in line with how you would typically word things, or if you just say, you know what, I don't really like this messaging, I want to use my own, you can completely erase it and start from scratch. It's completely up for you. This is a starting point. This is going to be a source of inspiration for you. So don't be afraid to delete and start from scratch, make any tweaks or edits. You're not going to break the system. Sometimes you may, go to save it and it will erase any previous changes that you had done, and then you won't be able to go back to them. But, situations like that are few and far between. So once I click on done, now when I scroll down here, I see that that mobile phone number has been added as well. With any email templates, you can also add or remove any information. So let's say, hypothetically, I didn't like this picture. I can actually click on this edit button to replace this image, or if for whatever reason I didn't want to have an image here at all, I can simply delete it. Maybe I wanted to have a video in its place. I can take this video widget, drag it and drop it, and there we go. What I would be able to do is put in that video URL here, So let me just do a quick example for you of what that would look like. I'll take one of Chris's DocuSign trainings. There we go. And I'm going to click on done. And of course that didn't work. Sometimes there's always hiccups, but that's okay. If a thumbnail doesn't load, you can always upload a still image and replace this blank video box. Once everything looks good, you can save it, you can save and exit, and now your template is going to be here for whenever you're ready to send it out. I'm going to discard those changes, but just know that you can also create templates that you'd be using for more than once a year, for example. If you wanted to send out a newsletter, or if you wanted to send out a monthly what's happening in your neighborhood, you can create that template and then go back every month and just simply swap out the relevant information. This way you're not building a template from scratch every single time. So feel free to play around, see what different templates are out there. Again, very hard to break the system, so just play around and do whatever it is that you need to do in order to feel comfortable. That's really the really simple ways to create videos and create your email templates. And now I'm going to go into the still imagery, which is going to be for either social media or for print. So there are two different topics. And when you're creating a design, you'll choose whichever one you prefer. And I'm going to go into the social first. Now, with both the social and the print categories, there are tons of different subcategories that you can choose from. The beautiful thing about this is that there are hundreds of templates to choose from. They're all free, they're all included, and you can create a social post, a flyer, a door hanger in as little as 5 minutes once you really feel comfortable using this system. All of your categories are going to be on the left-hand side here. And if we click on this arrow, you'll be able to see all of those different subcategories. So let's say you have a home that is just hitting the market. We can click on this just listed, and we're able to see all of these different templates that are available. Now, let's say we wanted to only post something on our main feed of our profile. So we want it to be there forever. We want it to be that nice square image. I can narrow down my selection and only view the social square. Beautiful thing is that the system actually tells you the purpose for each of these sizes wherever you are. So if you're not quite sure, you can look and see exactly what each of these are for. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different templates simply for a just listed piece of property as in a square shape for social media. That's amazing. This is 11 out of hundreds that we have. And the beauty with all of these templates, regardless if it's a just listed, an open house, if you're looking to promote something, a great statistic about recent sales that you've had, promote a specific neighborhood, any of these templates can be changed as little or as great as you prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this template right here for an example. So if you noticed, I just hovered over my template and I clicked that used button, and now it brought me to my editor. So we're looking at this and it looks nice, but obviously none of this information relates to the home that I'd like to promote. Now, the best way to go about adding in all this information is utilizing this KWLS function. This actually ties directly in to the different MLS systems and pulls all that listing information for you. So you can search by an MLS number, a listing address, an agent, etc. I'm going to plug in this address here. .233 Woodland Ave. Here we go. So I'm going to click on select. This looks very old. Oh, okay, I thought this was a little prettier. You know what? Let's use this one. I think the images on this one look a little bit better. So I've just selected a random property, but it's okay just for the example. So as you can see, once I've selected this property, I'm able to view all of the photos that are attached to this listing. And if I click on listing details, I can now view all of the information regarding that listing as well. So here's where the address is. Obviously, this is not the real address. When I click on this box that houses the address, I can come back over here. Here's my property address. I can click this replace icon and boom, right away, my property address has been changed automatically. You can also use this as just a quick reference point. So all of this information is in one box, so I won't be able to simply swap it out with one item. If I do that, all the other information goes away. Oh, where's my undo button? All right, well, that was a little boo-boo, but that is okay. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to fix that. Again, I'm going to click on the box that I want to edit, and I'm going to use this little typewriter feature here. This is the easiest way to edit text on any of these social or print templates by clicking that little typewriter button. It's going to populate a new box for you here, and this is where you're able to type in everything a lot easier than if you were to try to type it in the actual box. So I'm going to just take the information from my listing details on the left-hand side and pop it in. 5 bedrooms. This is 6.5 bathrooms. It is 6,300 square feet, and maybe that's all I want to put. I'm going to click on Save Changes. There we go. It's that easy. Now the picture, again, we're going to use that same replace function. So I'm going to click on the image that I want to replace, and then I'm going to select the image. So maybe I want it to be this beautiful image here. Wow, I ended up picking a really nice property. This looks beautiful. And you can easily jump from image to image to see which one you like best. Maybe you want it to showcase this luxurious looking pool. I think that looks really great. Maybe you want to show off a bedroom. Whatever the case may be, you can come in here and choose whatever image that you like. Now, you do see that we have the generic logo here. When I click on this, the logos automatically come up. And I simply click on replace, and there we go. If I wanted to make it a bit smaller, I can just use those arrows to do so, and I can move this around as well. Now, this is just an example of just how easy it is to create something with very little effort and have it ready to go. So right now, I've done everything I've needed to do. I've simply changed the picture, changed the basic information of the home, and added our Market Central logo instead of the generic logo. If you wanted to leave it as this, that's perfect. You'd simply click on this download button, select the type of file you'd like to save, and click on Start Download. If you wanted to customize this any further, feel free to do so. Let's say, hypothetically, red is not your color, and you really love the color blue instead, and you want to change this box from red to blue. I'm going to highlight this box, and now up at the top, we see the fill color, so I'm going to change that to blue. Beautiful. Simple as that. Anything that you see, you can change. Even if you wanted to change this text to blue, for example. There we go. Whatever it is that you'd like to do. Now, note you can also add things to your templates, or if you're starting one from scratch, you can do that as well. You can add in different drawings. So let's say we wanted to add in a circle for whatever reason. Whoops, I'm still on the... Just going to delete those extras. So I have a circle. Don't know why, but let's pretend I wanted to have the circle here. I can actually change the fill color. I can make it transparent. I can apply. Now I've still got the circle here. And I can change the size. If I wanted to change the opacity, I can do that as well. So now we see that all of this is going to be fading as well. So if I do here, and maybe I want it to just be a little shadow, there we go. Again, kind of a wonky example, but we're going off the cuff here. So just pretend this is what we were intentionally trying to do. So again, that was just choosing a shape and then playing around with the different configurations up on top. The fill color is going to be for the actual color of that shape. The stroke color is going to be for the border. And then the opacity is, of course, going to be how full or how empty that the view is. You can also add in other types of shapes. So if you wanted to highlight something and you wanted to put a star, a heart, an arrow, whatever it is, here's my arrow. I can move it around. So, if you look at this, here we go. Maybe I want this to be yellow. I can just simply use the little arrow here to scroll through the color menu, pick my color, pretend that's gold, click on apply. There we go. We can add frames as well. And if we wanted to add any additional text, we can do so this way. You can also add in icons here. So there's a ton of different icons. Some of them seem a little bit funky, but some of them can be really useful. So if you're promoting your Instagram, for example, we can add in the Instagram or this little camera logo. It's not really Instagram, but you know, we can pretend, we can add it here and put any wording around it that we'd like. You can also do the same thing with images. You can add in your own images as well. So if you wanted to add pictures of yourself, something that wasn't on the MLS, a picture of the office, whatever the case may be, you can simply upload it and then it'll populate in your library here. So these are some images that I've used in the past that are still hanging out in my library. That's how you would make some basic edits and add in some additional designs here. If you are loving this and you want to save it, here's where you can rename your design. So you'll see that it will auto-populate a name for you, but definitely recommend resaving this, whether you want to use it as a template, just listed template, or this is a one-time shot, and maybe you want to name it the property address. There we go. And that's how it'll save that way. We can click on done, save, and there we go. Now this template has been added into our library. So if I click on social, there we go. There's our just listed. Now I'm also going to show you in the social section some other really cool categories. It brought me right back to where we left off, which I really like, in case you're working on a template and then you realize that it's not the look that you were quite going for, or it's just not what you were envisioning and you wanted to start over. You can come back in and say, all right, I think this design is going to work better for me. But just to highlight some other things that are available, especially under listings, there's a ton that you can do. For buyers as well as sellers, there is something called the neighborhood snap. Oh, look at that. And there's no templates yet. That's quite all right. The system's working on it. They'll be here soon. But this will allow you to put information about a particular neighborhood. So let's say your expertise is Rutherford and you want to put some stats about how hot the Rutherford market is. You can create a snapshot of that town and use it to post on your social media or in an email to let your associates, your clients know just what's going on in that particular neighborhood. Additionally, there's some lead generation here. So if you'd like to highlight what is going on. Sometimes this happens and it's quite all right. I'm going to exit out. And what I'm going to do instead is venture over into our print section. Maybe we'll have a little bit luck here. Sometimes there are blips. It happens. It's technology. So now we're able to see some business basics and lead generation. So here's the iHeart KW. So if you wanted to promote yourself being with Keller Williams, you can choose any of these templates. You can see they've got flyers or postcards. If you want to show some love to your clients, here are some actual cards that you can print out. Again, this is print, so keep that in mind. For social, you are able to create cute little social posts congratulating your clients on buying a house, selling a house, whatever the case may be. You can also create letterheads, business cards, and then of course, this is where you can create actual flyers and door hangers and different things like that for your open houses and other pieces of property. Here's that neighborhood snap. Now it's working. So let's say maybe we wanted to send out a postcard. I'm going to go ahead and click on this design. What we can do is take this template and completely tweak it to make it our own. If we go back to that KWLS, instead of listings, we're going to go to snapshots. And here's where we can search either by a neighborhood name or a postal code. I'm going to use Hawthorne. That's my town. I'm going to plug it in, hit enter. Wait just a second. And here we go. So now the snapshots have been produced for information based on the town of Hawthorne that I've put in. So this one looks like it's going to fit in right here. So all I'm going to do is click on the image I'd like to replace, come right back here, click on that replace image icon, and there we go. It's been replaced. I'm not in Barton Hills, I'm in Hawthorne. Click on the area I want to edit, that typewriter, and then I can swap this out. And click on Save Changes. It's as simple as that. Again, this image, I don't like it. I want to change it. You are free to do so. Again, you can add your own imagery, or you can use any of the existing ones that they have. There is also a company section, which does give you some, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm completely blanking, but it gives you images that you can use. So let's say we wanted to look at some neighborhoods. Anything, these are all going to be some nice generic images that you can use in its place. Maybe you want to have a nice lady walking her dog. Maybe instead we want to show an interior of a home. Whatever it is you want, you can tweak it and really make it your own. Now, with something like this, there are multiple pages since it's a postcard. We can go to the back, and here we can come in and completely edit and customize this ourselves. Now keep in mind this is blank because this is where the mailing information will go, but we can come here and tweak this. So it's going to give you a great, templated description, but you can come in here and change this to exactly whatever it is you'd like to say. And then we're just going to essentially swap out some more imagery. Click on the logo. It automatically brings us to our logos here. So I'm going to swap that out and just move it up. I'm going to click on my picture. Now it went back to images. I just have to go to assets, and it takes my picture from my marketing profile. And here's where I can go in and just begin to swap out all my information. And whoops, there we go. And there we go. It's as simple as that. Again, when you're done, click on that download button. For PDF, it's going to be print. We can also share these as well. So when you are posting something on Facebook or anything like that, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, just have to log into your account and you'll be able to post it there. And you can also save it as a project as well. Now I'm just going to go back. And I do want to jump back into the social options. So again, I'm going to click that plus sign. I'm going to go to social. And the reason I like to point this out is because, not all of us have a lot of time to sit here and make a lot of things. And, with social media being so important in promoting yourselves and getting your face in front of as many people as you can, it's really important to be posting frequently. And some of us just don't have the time to create content regularly. So in addition to using all of these really cool things here, there's also an option to select to view all of these new designs. Now, what I love about this is that these are all going to be timely, and they will highlight any sort of holiday that's going on, whether it's a fake holiday like April Fool's Day or anything that's an actual real holiday, Cinco de Mayo, Ramadan, Easter, Passover. All of these are going to be created. In addition, we also see some really cool, factors as well. Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Mother's Day. We were rated as a best employer for diversity. Even just, showcasing your knowledge on tax deductions. All of these templates here, you can see there's a ton. St. Patrick's Day. And there's all these different sizes, whether you're posting it on your feed, on a story, they're different sizes, and you can narrow it down and choose exactly what you want. So again, I want to post something on my Instagram feed, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. Let's say I just want to wish all the moms a happy Mother's Day. I'll come in here And I'll click on this template. And then all I need to do, click on the logo, come down to logos. Whoop. There we go. And that's as little as you need to do. That's it. Took me, what, 20 seconds? Super easy. If you wanted to go a bit further, you can. If you wanted to change this from purple to green, go for it. Why not? Completely up to you. But you don't have to. This will help to make it stand out from some other images out there. But really think about how many people your clients are following on social media that are agents. Not many. So the chance that they see this over and over again is very unlikely. Whereas us who work in the market centers or who are agents, we're going to be seeing these images over and over. So just keep that in mind, that you don't have to spend a whole lot of time tweaking them and making them really different, because the chance of someone seeing it more than once or twice is very low. Do a download, and that's it. Super easy. Now, in addition to all of the different types of social media materials that you can create and printed materials, you can also create email signatures, and that's going to be under Business Basics, as well as some social branding and the like. So if you wanted to put a cover on your Facebook business page or on your Twitter, this is going to break it down into the different sizes, and then you're able to come in and tweak them however you'd like. Email signatures, this is definitely one of my favorite things to utilize. This is going to look really cool. And if anyone needs some assistance on actually adding this to your email, if you choose to make one, I can definitely help you out with that. But once I click on use, it's going to give me my template here, which is beautiful. And then I just go in and fill in my information. Swap out my picture. I want to swap out the logo. And then I just come in here and start to add my information. You see how fast I'm going? This is because I've been using this nonstop for 6 months now since I started. So it is second nature to me. It may not be as fast for you right off the bat, and that's totally fine. You don't have to do it as fast as I'm doing it. I'm just showing you how little it is that you need to change in order to personalize this. Save. And then look, it looks a little bit big. I can take this. There we go. Maybe I want to make it a little smaller. Maybe I want to change the font. Dancing script, why not? Whatever it is that you want to do, you can tweak it, you can delete things, you can move things, completely up to you. So definitely take some time to look around the designs, especially printed and social. There's so many to choose from, but also utilizing those email templates and those videos are going to be super easy for you as well. Now, these are all templates, of course, but I do want to point out that there are some other sections up here as well. If we go over to My Designs, this is where we are able to see everything that we have been working on, whether it's printed or on social. So just so you know, you can view anything that you've already been working on here. You can create a blank template where you just start from scratch. You just plug in the size and start building, and it gives you some custom sizes as well. And then in your brand assets, this is where you can, put in everything that you use on a regular basis, or anything that's going to be, really important that you have on hand at all times. So you can actually have a customized color palette where you can add different colors. You can type in, based on the different color codes. So for example, I know that the Keller Williams red, is 180, 1, and 1. And there we go. So I've created a color here. Now let's say maybe I want to also add a nice green color. There we go. I can go on and add more color palettes here. You can do the same thing by adding additional logos. So the default logo is going to be with the black writing and the red KW. You can access the logos that are all white, all black, all gray. And if you want to have those available for you, you simply come to Brand Assets, go to Logos, we'll click on Upload, and then you can upload them this way. So I know mine are on my desktop, under Images, logos. And here we go, black and white. So that's gray. Here we go. Upload one file. Beautiful. So now I have the Keller Williams logo for my market center. That's all white, so I can put that over a dark background really easily. Same thing, any images that you want, additional headshots, something that you use frequently, you have your own logo that you want to upload, videos, files, etc. Anything that you know is going to be something that you're using frequently, feel free to come in here and add it. That was pretty much everything that I had to show you guys. Do you have any additional questions? Anything else you wanted me to show you? Anything that you are having some trouble with? I'm certainly here to help. So please let me know if there's anything else that I can help you out with. I'm also going to be putting my email in the chat. So if at any point in time you want to reach out to me and you have a question, by all means, even if you're not in my market center, it doesn't matter. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. There you go. Well, if you guys don't have any questions right now, I totally understand. I hope that I didn't overwhelm you, but I promise it's a fun area to work in, and you can definitely let your creative side come out. Hello.
Hi, sorry, I was just wondering, so it will be posted on Bergen County Partners?
It will. Yep, I'm going to send Chris the file, and then as soon as he gets a chance, he'll post it up, and it'll be available for you.
Wonderful, thank you.
You're welcome, absolutely. Any other questions that you guys may have, please feel free to reach out. You have my email in the chat, and you know, at any point in time, I'm certainly here to help. It's not scary. Have fun with it. It's really fun.
I have a question.
Sure.
Someone just mentioned, I'm sorry, Julia just mentioned about Bergen County partners. What is that?
Oh, I'm about to change your world. Hold on, let me get that link for you.
Okay.
So we have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Chris Gareffa, who works out of the Fort Lee and I think the Woodcliff Lake office, he maintains the Bergen County YouTube channel. I highly recommend subscribing to this YouTube channel and checking in from time to time. Any training that we do is posted. I host classes, Chris hosts classes, Reese and Elise are now starting to host classes. They're all on here, as well as other classes that, you know, Patty and Hal and Sally, the lead gen, the, you know, how to do listing paperwork, how to do a CMA, virtually anything that you may have a question on, it's all going to be on the Bergen County YouTube channel.
Thank you.
A godsend of a resource. You're very welcome. I hope that it makes a difference because it definitely helped me a lot when I first started here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Absolutely.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
And you know what? I say that every day because every day I'm learning new things.
Yes, I try to say that every day. Thank you.
It's true. It's true. You're very welcome.
Okay.
Yep, there's a lot. It's awesome. Here, actually, let me just, I'll show my screen really quickly just so you can all just take a quick peek. Julia, obviously you're very familiar with this, but just in case anyone else has not been here, this is our Bergen County Partners YouTube channel. So in addition to just viewing the home screen, you can view all of the videos here. But what Chris does is he also creates playlists. So if you have a particular topic that you're looking to see, you can go in here. So all DocuSign, all contacts and opportunities, all videos for smart plans, etc., etc.
It's good to know.
It's great. Great.
I just have one question, Amanda. So when you were showing how to create the neighborhood video, and then there was a YouTube link. So what you've done, you added that neighborhood video on say the agent channel, and that was used to advertise on Facebook, like for paid advertising campaigns.
So let me come back in. Let me go back to that video. So once you create the videos, they're going to be housed here. And you can click on the video to actually download it to your computer and then post it manually. You can use it in the campaigns. So when I do that, it's going to bring me right to the campaign option. I hope that this works. All right, that gave me a little hiccup. Will you work?
I think I tried that feature before. Share on social, I did that.
Okay. So it does give you the ability to share it on social. So you can put it on Twitter or on Facebook, a Facebook business page. And then what was the other one here? Oh, rename. So yeah, I definitely say, personally, I think it's probably easiest to either do share on social or to download it and email it to yourself, or, you know, just upload it onto your personal Facebook or your Twitter or whatever on the computer or on your phone.
Or it's possible to upload it into our website also, maybe.
Yes, when it's downloaded. So let me click on download. So now it saves as an MP4. So what I can do is I can either add a video file onto the website, or if you have a YouTube channel, you can add the video on YouTube and then take that link from YouTube and embed it into your website. Either way.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Actually, you just gave me a very good thought. Let's do a little experiment here. Let me come in here and edit a page on my website. Content. Yeah, I don't have the ability to actually add in a video, and it looks like I can only do image or text. Yeah, may not be super easy to try to add it on the website if you don't have.
But say if I want to impress a prospective seller, so I can email it to them either as that MP4 file. Does it take a lot of space, that MP4 file? Is it like a large file?
It's a slightly larger file.
So it's probably best to do it on YouTube channel.
Yeah, that would probably be the easier way to go about it. But let me just see here on a landing page, if I wanted to add a video. So these are the landing pages. I pulled that video widget. Now I'm going to go to configure widgets, and look at that. I can use a video URL or upload. So let me click on upload. I'm going to drag my video. See, look, Althea, I'm learning something new here as well.
So when you create a landing page, you can add the video. Okay.
Exactly. Did it work for us? It is here. I do see it. So if I wanted to add a description, so I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to publish this page. This is just a test we're doing here. Now let me go here, new landing page. There we go. So now my video is on a landing page. So this is actually a very easy way to go about sharing this. So if you wanted to simply take that video, you can use the URL or the actual file to upload it in that template and then create that landing page. Now, to edit that landing page, I'm going to go back here, click on edit. And here's where I could add more information. So if I did want to add some additional text, a specific listing, if I wanted to, add really anything, I always love adding a branded header to any landing page because it just makes the page look very professional. It takes in all your information from your marketing profile. There you go. Maybe you want to add in a lead form. So now I'm going to go to configure widgets and I'm going to go to lead form. And instead of this, I'm going to write, message me to learn more about Hawthorne. Save and apply. There we go. Hey, Franklin. I'm going to publish the page. And we'll refresh it. And there we go. Now it looks a little bit nicer. We've got our branded header at the top. The video will come up here. And then there's a lead form here as well. So if you send this to someone, or if you post it on socials, someone happens to stumble upon this and they fill out the information here, their contact is added into your database as a contact. So these lead gen forms are really crucial because it's a great way to capture that information.
For some reason, that video piece appears white. Is that not populating the?
I think it's just the way the video is from the very beginning. Let me turn the sound off.
Okay.
Yeah, it did look like it was missing, but it's just because the video itself is white. So I wish we could change the background to make it stand out a bit better, but At least it's here. At least we got it.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Absolutely. I learned something new too. This was a win-win-win. Jay, I see you have your hand up. Do you have a question? Anything I can help you out with?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, being familiar with the old e-edge marketing thing, I used to create a lot of templates in print, and then, you know, I would save them, and I wanted to basically do the same thing in Command where I could create the templates, but then maybe import it into social media or into one of the other, you know, forms of an email or whatever it is. Do I have to recreate the same template, or is there a way of importing it into, you know, social media and having it, you know, just maybe just tweaking it a little bit so that the template can retain its integrity, but it shifts to the new format?
So it's a little bit of work that you'll have to do. Let me come back here and I'll show you. So let's say you've created a template, you've created a social post. I'm gonna use this as an example here. Can I actually preview this? No. Well, this is a piece of recognition that I've created. So I can either make a copy of this template, or I can simply click in here. And you know, this has been designed exactly how I want it to look. So all I would have to do is come in here, swap out the picture. So I'll go to images. Let's see if I have another person. Let's pretend I want to add Esteban in here, and I want to change, you know, his name, and I want to change what this says, and then I can save it. And then that new file will be created for you that you're able to share. So the system won't automatically make those tweaks for you, but once you already have a design that you like, you can come here and then just swap out some of that information and tweak it to make it look like however it is you want to look. Does that make sense?
But the question I have, like, for example, if I've created in print, like, for example, my partner and I created a just listed flyer for one of our properties, and I wanted to tweak it to, you know, just reduced and add a few features and then import that into the social media rather than create it all over again. Now, once I created it and I downloaded it, it became a PDF file, and therefore it was really not editable.
Right.
So what I wanted to do was know, is there a way that I can take the template, which is editable, and import that into the social media format and then do the tweaking?
It would have to be edited in the designs within Command.
And then just import it. And how would I be able to import it as, so in other words, I would go into the designs, I would edit it as a print media, right?
You can do print or social. If you're making something specifically for social, you can use any of the templates from the social menu instead of the print menu, just because they're formatted to be the perfect size for all the different platforms.
Yeah, but I mean, this is one that I've already created, finished.
You've already got it.
Everything. And
Perfect.
That's what I want to know. Could I do one of the designs that I created and import it into?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me just, I'll show you here. Just bear with me. So I know that this is a print one here. So I'm going to come into edit. So, you know, let's say I'm hosting a second open house and I need to change the date. So I'll come into my typewriter. Let me just say, you know, May 29th. There we go. May 9th. There we go. Oops, hold on 1 second. There we go. All right, so I've made my, you know, few little tweaks here and there. I can click on download and then simply save it as a JPEG or a PNG. And then once that starts to download, then the file you can upload onto Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, wherever it is you're looking to post. and it's
Okay.
going to show up right here for me. So you can still use that
All is
template, make
well.
those little
What's
tweaks.
happening with you?
Okay, as long as I save it as a PNG or a JPEG.
Exactly, exactly. The PDFs you typically can't upload onto social media. It has to be either a JPEG
Right,
or a PNG file.
got it. So the JPEG is only, I mean, pardon me, the PDF is only for print?
Exactly.
Okay. All
Or
right,
if you're sending
play-
something through
yeah.
email, you know, if you're primarily doing email, you can do PDF as well.
Right, but I just keep it, so in other words, I'm just going to be keeping it in my designs as my template, and then it's just whatever medium I choose after that is my call.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
your help.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. You have my email in the chat. If you need me for anything else, I am here. So please always feel free to reach out. And of course, everyone else in your market center as well. We're all always here to help and just want you guys to do the best that you can. So good luck.
Thank you.
If you have questions, let me know. I think you'll all do really well.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Have a great day, everyone.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.